Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Tonight I have an interesting video for you. I'm going to get into a couple of articles, but I wanted to kind of share as I read through the articles, basically through my eyes, let you see what I see and hear what I hear. Obviously, it's not the full, complete detail, but it will give you a very good idea, and I will support it with the content to assure my perspective. All right into the first article. The Fed floats digital currency trial balloon. And as we get down into the article, the U.S. Central Bank has partnered with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, in a multi-year effort to build and test a hypothetical central bank digital currency, CBDC, said Governor Lyle Brainerd. The Fed is actively exploring the potential of innovative technologies to offer a digital equivalent of cash, Brainerd said in a speech updating on the Fed's progress on digital currencies. Given the dollar's important role, it is essential that the Federal Reserve remain on the frontier of research and policy development regarding CBDC, she said. And Brainerd is a member of the U.S. Federal Reserve's Board of Governors, where she serves as administrative governor and chair of the Committees on Financial Stability, the Federal Reserve Bank Affairs, Consumer and Community Affairs, and Payments, Clearing and Settlements. The research project will explore the use of existing and new technologies as needed, she said during the speech webcast on Thursday. And I think this is an excellent lead-in to the next article. XRP isn't competing with stablecoins and CBDCs, says Ripple exec. XRP contributes to the development of CBDCs and stablecoins, says key exec. XRP, the world's third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, is not competing with national digital currencies like the forthcoming digital yuan, according to a senior executive at Ripple. Emil Yoshikawa, the senior director of global operations at Ripple, claimed that XRP does not compete either with CBDC or stablecoin. In an August 19 interview with Japanese crypto exchange FX Coin, Yoshikawa said the XRP is complementary to the global progress in CBDC and stablecoin development. And that will be the perspective you'll begin to see as I get into my view of this statement in this article, or I should say even the discussion and conversation. The exec stated that XRP should be considered as a bridge asset in international settlement. The second important thing that we're going to discuss as well. There are various types of crypto assets, but I think that the role of XRP as a bridge asset in international settlement and is not competing with stablecoins or CBDC, but on the contrary, it is complementary. And that I absolutely agree and will soon show you and explain. We believe that various stablecoins and CBDCs will create a synergy by responding to the liquidity problem by bridging independent crypto assets. XRP. Yoshikawa mentioned Ripple's flagship settlement product, the On-Demand Liquidity, or ODL, formerly known as XRapid. Ripple's ODL is designed to process cross-border payments quickly and reduce operational costs, and Yoshikawa emphasized that ODL is designed to eliminate pre-funding in cross-border payments. Apparently, both stablecoins and CBDCs share some of ODL's primary objectives. Some of the existing CBDC initiatives, like China's digital yuan, apparently pose a threat to the dominance of SWIFT in terms of transaction speed A number of global banks have also noticed CBDC's potential to reduce the cost of financial operations. And Yoshikawa's remarks come shortly after Ripple was overtaken by the largest stablecoin Tether USDT by market capitalization in May 2020, often pegged to fiat currencies like the US dollar, USD, on a 1-to-1 ratio. Stablecoins are also designed to provide less expensive payments and speed up settlement times on a global scale. And adding to that, I'm going to give you two versions of a stablecoin. For example, you have XRP and XLM are great examples of stablecoins. Then you have USDT, USDC, DAI, for example, that are fixed stablecoins pegged 1-to-1, meaning the 1-to-1 US dollar. Now, stablecoins like XRP and XLM are not fixed to the dollar. Those are designed to be a high-priced stable coin, meaning not volatile by definition, as stated by the central banks, as XRP and XLM are listed as stable coins, and we've shown since the beginning of this channel. And here we go right into that. Stablecoin refers to a class of digital currencies which are relatively stable in terms of their price, meaning they're not volatile, for example, like Bitcoin or even Ethereum. Stablecoins offer instantaneous processing and security of payments as many cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability with respect to their parity against fiat currencies, and two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency XRP and Stellar Networks' native cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumen XLM. Both Ripple and Stellar enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments relative to correspondent banking. However, they differ in that Ripple is focused on improving cross-border settlement between international banks, whereas Stellar is focused on providing low-cost cross-border payment financial services to the end user and the unbanked population. And I'll simplify that even better for you. In the banking industry, the financial industry, FI, there are two tiers. The banking side of things would be considered the enterprise, the wholesale, the institutional level. The end user would be the P2P, peer-to-peer, so to speak, or peer-to-bank, bank-to-peer, etc. Is more of the focus of Stellar being the unbanked, underbanked, and the retail level of the banking and financial institution. So again, you have Ripple is more focused on the wholesale, enterprise, institution, and Stellar is the retail, unbanked, and underbanked area of the financial realm, so to speak. To clarify that, there's a little more here, and again, these links will be provided in the description below. Feel free to click them and read all you would like, or come back and play the video, whichever you prefer, or both. It's in your hands. And I'm going to kind of support what I was stating earlier directly from Ripple, and every time they speak, they tell you the same thing that we do on this channel. Now let's go into a video here where he's going to explain. Let's see. There it goes. It had a little problem rewinding, but basically he goes into, and I don't think it is a bad thing. I don't see it as that at all. I see it absolutely bullish. I see it absolutely positive. I see it absolutely exciting. So completely don't misunderstand. You just have to follow along on their perspective. They're running a business. They're building a business, and they're trying to help change the world and disrupt the entire financial system to take it off of the legacy system that is 47 years old. And as you heard President Trump, and as you hear Brad Garlinghouse and others in the financial realm, even directly to Congress, state the 40-year-old system. So now you're talking about the SWIFT system, which basically ran on a messaging type system, and it wasn't doing the full complete settlement, etc. Going into this article, I'm not trying to spend so much time defending him, but I just want you to be clear. That's a business describing to other people who would be possibly a customer as a business customer on the institutional wholesale level that they're trying to explain. whenever they're saying the noise, meaning us as retail investors, that's just clarifying to the investors who possibly could do millions, billions, or even trillions of dollars of volume through them, that once they move beyond this little introduction, this in quote startup company from San Francisco, that they can focus on moving high volumes. And that is also going to be a theme up to the final second of this video, which we will clearly cover. So let's get into that. If I can get it to clearly rewind once more. And here we go.
Many people are using cryptos just to buy and sell and make quick gains out of it. Does it hurt the growth of cryptocurrencies, that usage for a quick buck?
So I mean, it's kind of chicken and egg. You have to create a marketplace. And right now we have about 150, 200 exchanges around the world that trade in XRP. A lot of it, as you say, is very shallow trading by individuals. And that is not the use case that we are pursuing. What we are pursuing is the use of XRP as a financial asset by sophisticated institutions as a bridging mechanism. So does this hurt or harm? Well, it creates a lot of noise. And we certainly don't want that much noise, but we're waiting. And for example, this last quarter, the bulk of XRP sales were to institutional investors. And as this transitions away from retail to institutions, we'll start to use it for wholesale, financial usage. That's when the turning point will come.
Got it.
All right, and now I want to cover another issue. So now you hear that directly from them, it is designed for the wholesale enterprise institution. Now let's cover another issue that tends to get misunderstood. See if we can get this video to play.
If I'm wrong, but this kind of sounds a little bit like Ripple, or what Ripple is trying to do, maybe in the same general direction. Is that right? And are these companies different? How do you see kind of the whole financial services blockchain space coming together with this deal and with those other competitors?
Sure. So I think Ripple and Stellar are in pretty different lanes now. Ripple has made a pretty big bet on becoming the cryptographic equivalent of SWIFT, the global bank-to-bank payments network. Stellar's mandate and vision is a bit broader. It's really to tokenize any financial asset, and that can be inclusive of things like securities or merchant issued value like loyalty and gift. And it's also broader even within the payments vertical to capture things like remittance as opposed to simply bank-to-bank transfers. So we think Ripple's got an interesting and exciting vision, but we're also in a pretty different lane, trying to create interoperability across different asset classes, and that's a bit broader than simply the lane that they seem to be in.
Okay, and now that is something that I also love to explain, and I think is amazing with this channel, as I know we have some very intelligent subscribers, because you understand from the very beginning of this channel that everything that we're doing is building up a story, almost like a series. And then we connect everything together on specific videos that make everything else start to make sense as we do it. So then when you go back and watch other videos, it's almost like the way we design it is similar to like an encyclopedia. You can find something here, you can go back and search through the videos and then replay that, and it makes a lot more sense as we continue to connect it. And as he explains here, they're not competition, they're in different lanes, they have a different focus, and Stellar's focused on a broader range of use case than is Ripple's XRP. So I wanted you to hear that directly from them in its reference so that it made a lot more sense. And now what I'm going to point out is this. David Schwartz made a statement of, if you need $1 million worth of XRP to make payments, the market price will be $1 million. The price of XRP doesn't affect anything. However, higher prices mean that the same size payments will move the market less, making them cheaper. So higher is better. It can't be dirt cheap. That doesn't make any sense. If XRP costs $1, they'd need 1 million XRP, which would cost $1 million. If XRP cost $1 million, they'd need 1 XRP, which again would cost $1 million. So now you can see that makes more sense. For there's a lot of people discussing the pricing of XRP, but they're not paying attention to what the company Ripple is doing, building this financial ecosystem for XRP to thrive in, for it to shine in, for it to be the superstar. And what you have here is if XRP, as we've shown throughout the entire video, if it's designed for institutional, for the wholesale, and for the enterprise use case, do you think that even makes sense at the current price? I don't think so personally. Again, it makes David Schwartz's example perfectly referenced as the exact example. In the enterprise, the wholesale and institutional, you have trillions of dollars moving daily. If that's the focus, as everyone in fintech seems to discuss as common knowledge, then his example makes a lot more sense. Remember, if you're moving, you have a calculator, take a couple notes on a piece of paper and run those numbers. At 30 cents current prices versus, it doesn't necessarily have to be 1 million, but say 10,000, which was the popular number from day one for XRP to be. Look at the numbers you would have to move of XRP. Remember, there's 100 billion. That's not going to go very far for very long at a 30-cent price. It's be patient as an investor. You know what's coming. They're telling you. I don't know how much more clear they really can get and need to get. And that's one thing that I love about this channel, is that you guys are so intelligent and brilliant that you get it. You understand it. And I see the comments and the messages, that whether public, whether they're direct messages, that you get it. And that's very exciting for me. So again, remember that if the price is high, they're moving high volumes, it takes less XRP. And I want to play a final video for you. I know many of you have seen it, but as a new investor, you may not. But again, what is XRP and the XRPL designed for, as we've discussed the entire video?
So some people have heard me say this before, but I'll throw it out to the audience. What is Interledger's total addressable market size? All the money. Nobody wanted to feed it. Yeah, it's all the money, because what we're really talking about with this idea of the Internet of Value is creating a single global payment network that connects literally everyone and processes maybe not 100%, but 90+% of all the money. That's what we're talking about.
Right, and he couldn't have said it any better. What is the Interledger's total addressable market size? What is the TAM? All the money. And remember, Ripple has the built-in exchange. If I'm sending $1 and you need to receive it in peso, it is that XRP bridge asset that's going to transfer that and get it there nearly instantaneous at that 3 to 5 second mark. And that is very fast when you're used to, especially on a business level, for example, the enterprise, institutional, the wholesale level, of taking 3 to 5 days before now you've received your funds for a service that's already been done. To receive your payment for that, now you're, instead of getting 3 to 5 days, you're getting in 3 to 5 seconds. That's going to make the entire world better. So moving beyond just the thought of the actual retail investor being patient, waiting for this, believe me, think on the other side equally as well. It's going to make things better for everybody. So everybody is anxious to get this going as well. There might be a little friction and hesitation on the banking side as they're changing and the systems, flipping the switches, opening the corridors, or getting used to new systems. But as a consumer globally, on every aspect and every level, this just makes sense. This is amazing. So now, knowing how early we are as retail investors, again, think about Amazon. As Brad Garlinghouse says, we don't want to be Amazon books. We want to be Amazon. Look at Amazon today. And think, if you're an investor, your typical, for example, 401k, your IRA, whatever, you're typically looking at a 20-year time frame. Now imagine just in the typical bull run is a 4-year time frame. So some of us have skipped a bull run and held patiently, knowing the worth, knowing that, for example, 2021, the next bull run cycle, it's going to be valued much higher than it was in 2017, for example, specifically on this video with XRP and Ripple. You're talking mid-December of 2017 to mid-January of 2018. I mean, Ripple went from pennies basically to $3.84 in a very short time within basically, I believe the timeline that everyone tends to reference is 36,000% in basically 22 days. I think that's the one I heard Brad Garlinghouse reference. And if you conclude like the beginning of the year to where it peaked, I mean, it's massive. So again, statistically and historically, the thing with XRP is it typically moves last, fast, and highest. That's kind of the theme. That's just common knowledge. And you can research and find the statistics to support that. But either which way, I wanted to do a quick video, and it kind of coincides and connects with the past 2 or 3 days, the videos that we've been sharing. I believe the time is amazingly perfect. And as a retail investor, consider yourself blessed to be in so early and to have a chance to have been so prepared, where many globally for this physical investment opportunity have no idea of what's happening around them. All right, guys, I hope this helps. As for me, I'm very excited. I'm very bullish, and I'm extremely patient because I know the value will soon be recognized by the price. And then that's the time where, as a retail investor, you get your ROI, your return on your investment for your patience, your time, your finance, and your efforts. But on top of that, this is going to change the world and help many people on both the consumer side, from the unbanked and the underbanked. Equally as well, it's going to help the enterprise, institutional, and the wholesale tier of the financial industry. All right, guys, I want to leave you with a final thought. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. And remember, this is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. I'm noticing that over 64% of our viewers are not subscribers. If you can please subscribe, like, and share this video, we will be very appreciative. Much love to all of you, and we will catch you in the next one.